IRRI's receiving the BBVA Frontiers of Knowledge Award is a tremendous honor to the institution. We have been working for 50 years on applying some of the best science in the world to meeting the problems in developing countries. We work to improve the lives of the world's hungry, the world's poor, whether they be rice farmers or rice consumers in the city. This recognition of the contribution of science for development is, I think, a great encouragement to all of our scientists and institutions with whom we work around the world. When we look at the role of rice in Asia, both in cultural circumstances and in the lives of the people, we have a simple phrase, and that is that rice is life. If you look at Asia, you look across all of Asia, what do Asians have in common? Is it religion? No. Is it a political system? No. A language? No. The one thing that Asians have in common is rice. And rice really makes up the fabric of Asian societies. It is part of daily greetings, daily rituals, religious beliefs. An Asian family that does not have its rice during the day feels much more than the need to go out and buy bread or potatoes. It's really an essential part of the sense of well-being. And so when you look at the work of an institution like IRRI to improve the availability of rice, to make sure that people have enough rice, we're really contributing to the well-being, the sense of well-being of all of Asia and all of rice consumers. And so in that sense, our contributions to stabilizing Asian culture is something we're very proud of. But one of the early and continuingly very, very important activities of the International Rice Research Institute was to collect as much of the diversity of rice varieties around Asia primarily, but also other parts of the world. Rice is a tremendously diverse crop, and we recognized early on in our history that if our institute's efforts were successful, many of the thousands of traditional rice varieties that are grown by farmers all around Asia would possibly disappear. And that would be a tremendous resource for future generations, could be permanently lost. So our scientists began collecting, beginning in the 1960s, rice varieties from farmers' fields from all over the world, all over different rice-producing environments, in order to preserve the genetic diversity of rice. Today we have in our rice gene bank, we call it, 110,000 different rice varieties. And these have traits that we have yet begun to capture for future generations. So that is perhaps the crown jewels of the world's agricultural community. And we have them here in our gene bank.